speaking of people, women at least, that are miserable, unhealthy, and don't know what a real man is, we got to talk about The View. All right, folks. President Trump has totally disgusted the hens of The View about this UFC at the White House. Take a look here. This is clip 4.
But there's something about seeing it on the South Lawn of the White House that feels like we're in, I don't know, some alternate universe. So I looked up times in the past that there have been sporting events held at the White House. And what I could come up with, George Bush held an annual T-ball game for children. I believe we have an adorable picture. There were often tennis matches that took place. But Teddy Roosevelt takes the cake. He actually held a boxing match and participated in it.
Teddy Roosevelt.
So I'm for it, but Donald Trump has to get in the ring.
You can't. I guess I understand Teddy Roosevelt with the boxing. Boxing is sort of has long been a gentleman's sport because you use your fists. But I don't know how MMA or cage fighting is emblematic of our country.
It is if you look at Congress.
But I don't understand how that sort of reflects American culture and is celebratory. So there's that piece. And the other piece that I find deeply troubling is that it's deeply corrupt because Donald Trump owns stock in UFC. Yep. And this is a for-profit event on government grounds. Are the taxpayers getting some money? Are we going to get some checks for this? No, but the Trump family is.
This doesn't feel like a sport. This feels like you're trying to show us who we're supposed to be.
It's so many different beats to it, right? It's the sport itself. It's the desecration, continued desecration of the White House, which belongs to all of us and has great historical significance. I mean, they've completely torn up the grass and just, turned it into smithereens. It's the grift, but it's also this kind of like weird need and narcissistic dysfunction by Donald Trump of celebrating himself. It's like,
Nicole, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't think they understand what's going to happen. I don't think the producers explained to them that he's not going to be one of the fighters, and I don't think, especially Sonny, understands that grappling, boxing, jiu-jitsu, all of that is a part of mixed martial arts. I mean, at any point, if she would like to attend, I'm sure somebody would give her a ticket. Someone would put her on their list so that she could come and see that this isn't a bunch of, like I said, a bunch of guys in the backyard. These are elite level fighters. These are people who've been practicing these mixed martial arts most of their lives. This is not just like 3 dudes from the bar that, had a too few many brews. That's not what this is. But again, it shows their level of elitism. They don't see this as something that Americans do when this is wickedly popular in America, wickedly. And if Donald Trump's family makes $1 on this, it's going to be crazy because Dana's not trying to make money on this. If Dana White wanted to make money on this event, he would have opened up those tickets to the public. I personally would have spent good money for a good ticket. I'm talking about good money for a ticket because being that close to UFC fighters generally doesn't happen, especially the elite level of fighters that are going to be at this event. And having it right there at the White House, that's tremendous. It's a once in a lifetime kind of event. And so what? They don't like it. You don't like it, don't watch it. Close your eyes. Or they've got the World Cup going. You could watch a little soccer if that's a little bit more your speed.
Shelley, I mean, they said he's desecrating the White House.
That part really got me because again, how is this desecrating the White House anymore if not the same as when you got titties and boobs and cocks, okay, flying around the White House in front of children and claiming that they're men who are women and vice versa? How is that desecrating?
Easter Sunday. Remember that year was on Easter Sunday.
Exactly. That's number one. Number two, trust me, what's her name? Anna. That grass, if it came up that quick, it can definitely be replanted and go back down quickly. They got all kinds of machinations now for grass, all kinds of grass. They know grass, okay? All over the world, they can get the grass. The lawn will be back to where it was. But this is it. They are snobs. That's it. They're snobs. and they want to talk about the taxpayers. And now, as far as Donald Trump being an investor, at least we know it. What about all the people in Congress that we don't know who are doing insider trading and then they lie about it? Okay, we already knew Donald Trump was an investor. All right, whatever little bit of money he's going to get, but they get tickets, the ticket sales that they sold to sponsor packages and the gold coins. Okay, they're going to recoup that. But
they said Dana White is actually in a deficit for this.
Might be in a deficit. They're going to recoup some things, but he's still going to be in a deficit. Whatever. Right. Again, I can appreciate to a degree if I thought she was sincere, but she's not, because all these other congressmen and bureaucrats who do all of this insider trading, who do all of this money fraud wasting of our taxpayer money every day, they will find a cover for it or an excuse for it. No, this is an event for America. I hope they have fun this weekend, and all these snobs, these miserable snobs, they cannot find anything to just smile and be happy about.
Absolutely. And the crazy thing is the way these people are so fake and biased about talking about, using the office to make money and saying, first of all, we know that President Trump is one of the only presidents to go into office and leave with less money than he came in with. Okay. Exactly. We know Obama, Bush, the Clintons, they all went into public office and became multi-millionaires after they left. Okay. They're the ones that have made money off of the White House and off of the backs of Americans. All right. Not President Trump. He was a millionaire before he went in. And he's actually, the first term he left, he lost money. All right. That's number one. And then you want to talk about, improprieties and scandals. Oh my gosh. The Obama era had all kinds of financial improprieties. I mean, with the what was it, $535 million in taxpayer-backed DOE loans that they were doing. The IRS targeting conservative groups under Obama. I mean, the list goes on. The Fast and Furious thing. Where the ATF was, letting $2,000 in guns to Mexican cartels. That was all. The list goes on. So I don't know what these women are talking about, but they totally biased. Folks, sound off in the chat. Let us know what you think about this. Again, you heard the hens of the View. I don't even know why people watch them, but we constantly bring them up because we want to fact check them. This is what we need to do. I know people get annoyed about hearing these leftists, but it's good to fact check them. And then guess what? You guys can share this video to people that actually watch The View, post it on your social media, send it in a text message, and so they can see that they're these lies,
Absolutely.
And check them.
All right, everybody else, hit that like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget, we have other shows. We have our website, metroconservativemedia.com. We also have this show, of course, Poppin' Politics. We have Just the Guys tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern time. And don't forget, we have Christian Conservative on Thursdays and Sundays. And we have a new show. If you missed it, go back last night. Go to At the Right Verdict on Thursdays. Look for us. And we're talking about true crime cases, high profile, low profile. We got some things coming up. And then we also asked you, what should we talk about? The Right Verdict every Thursday. Go there right now. Subscribe, like there as well.